When Amir was 13 years old, his teacher asked the class what they wanted to be when they grew up. The students before him said the things students are supposed to say: doctor, engineer, lawyer. Each one was met with a nod and a smile. Then Amir stood up. "I want to start a technology company, and I want it to be one of the biggest in the country." The room laughed. Amir sat down, opened his notebook, and wrote the dream down, in capital letters, underlined. Because if he was going to be laughed at for a dream, it had better be one worth being laughed at for. The size of your dream will always make small people uncomfortable. That is how you know it is the right size. Amir's dream did not come from nowhere. It came from a small workbench in the corner of their living room, where his father repaired broken electronics every evening. His father was not an engineer. He had never studied formally, but he could take anything broken, understand it, and fix it with his hands. And watching him do this night after night, Amir had absorbed something that no classroom ever taught him. That technology was not magic. It was logic, and logic could be learned by anyone willing to think hard enough. The education that changes your life does not always happen in a classroom. Sometimes it happens at a workbench at night. The laughter in that classroom was just the beginning. Over the next few years, Amir heard versions of it everywhere. Technology company? Amir, be realistic. Study something stable. Your grades are good. Why take the risk of starting your own? Nobody from around here does that kind of thing. Who do you think you are? He heard that last one the most. And every time he heard it, he went home and asked himself the same question back. Who do I think I am? And the answer was always the same. I am someone who is going to find out. Nobody from around here does that. Those words have stopped more dreams than any failure ever has. When Amir was 17, he built something real for the first time. Not a school project, not a practice run. A working product that solved a real problem for real people. It was a simple app. It connected people in his neighborhood who needed small repairs done, with people who could do them. Inspired by watching his father. Within 3 months, 400 people were using it. 400 people. 400 people who needed what I built. He did not win the competition he entered. He came fourth, but a judge pulled him aside. The problem you identified and the way you thought about it, that is the thing that matters. Keep building. Your first product does not need to be perfect. It needs to be real. Real beats perfect every time. The next 4 years were the hardest of his life. He studied during the day and built during the night. He ran out of money twice. He had a co-founder who left. He launched a product that nobody used. There was a week in his second year when everything seemed to be falling apart at once. His second product had failed. His bank account had 43 rupees in it. His laptop broke. He picked up his father's circuit board, held it, thought about a man who repaired broken things every night because he loved understanding how things worked. He had never once seen his father give up on something broken. Not once. Amir put the circuit board back, opened a new notebook, started again. The people who succeed are not the ones who never break. They are the ones who pick up the pieces and start again. Every single time. Amir launched his third company at 21. Not his first. Not his second. His third. The first 2 had taught him everything the third one needed to know. Within 6 months, he had 20 paying clients. Within a year, he had a team of 8 people. Within 18 months, he was standing in a room with investors who had once been the kind of people who did not take calls from boys like him. He walked into that room not as someone trying to prove something. He walked in as someone who had already done the work and was simply showing the results of it. Baba, we got it. The investment came through. He did not call the classroom that had laughed. He did not post anything dramatic. He called his father, because that was where the dream had started. And that was where the victory belonged first. The dream does not need to be validated by the people who doubted it. It only needs to be real. I want to talk to you about the moment someone laughs at your dream, because it will happen. And when it does, I want you to remember this. The laugh is not about your dream. The laugh is about their ceiling. They are not laughing at what you might become. They are laughing at the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. And that gap, the thing they are laughing at, is not evidence that the dream is wrong. It is the exact distance the dream needs you to travel. I still have the notebook where I wrote the dream down the day the classroom laughed. I have kept it for 8 years. Not to say I told you so, but to remind myself every time a new dream feels too big, that the last one felt exactly this impossible. And it came true anyway. Say your dream out loud. Write it down. Let people laugh if they need to. And then go and build the evidence. That makes the laughter irrelevant. Say it out loud. Write it down. Build it anyway. The laughter will become the most motivating sound you have ever heard. What is the dream you have been afraid to say out loud? Because you know someone will laugh? Drop it in the comments right now. I want to read every single one. Share this with someone who has a dream that everyone around them thinks is too big. Let them know the size of the dream is the point, not the problem. Subscribe to Rise Tales for a new story every week. Because the most important stories ever told started with someone being laughed at in a room, and then going home and getting to work. This is Rise Tales, real lessons, animated lives, and your story starts right now.